what's up, my peeps? It's your boy Valektricity, and I'm here to bring y'all some information regarding this new league, the UFL, Ultimate Franchise League. And we about to have some fun. So lace up them boots and make sure your controllers are well charged, and let's get into this shit. So to start off, we got this set up so we're gonna have two conferences. And the first conference is going to be the Ultimate Conference. Second conference is the Legendary Conference. And since we got 16 teams, it's going to be divided up by 8 teams. And we're going to have 2 divisions. Haven't came up with the names for those divisions yet, but I kind of wanted to keep it Madden oriented. So let's come up with some ideas. You guys want to help me out with that? I was thinking, maybe Ultimate Freeze Conference, Ultimate Ticket. Along those lines, toss some ideas at me and we can kind of get that figured out. And second, go over the schedule. It's going to be kind of like the NFL schedule. We're going to do, divisional games. You're going to have 2 of those per opponent. So you're going to have 3 divisional opponents. So you'll have 6 divisional games. And then you'll have 3 conference games within your conference. And then 3 non-conference games. And then make it to the playoffs. The top 8 teams will advance, 4 from each conference, and then there will be a divisional round, no wild card. We just start off right off with the divisional round, and then there will be a conference round, and then we're going to be going straight into the Ultimate Bowl. And then so let's go ahead and check out the rewards here. And we're going to start off. There's going to be an 800k prize 800k in prizes. And it'll break down like this. So if you lose in the divisional round right away, you're gonna get 30k back. So that's just for the divisional round. And then conference loss will get you 80k, and an Ultimate Bowl loss will get you 156k, and if you win it all, you get 364k. So at each step of the way in the playoffs, you're going to be getting something back. So it's pretty much, you got to get to them playoffs, you know what I'm saying? Don't want to get lost out. Don't want to get left out. So I'm putting 320k plus the 30k buy-in myself. So basically everybody's putting in 30k. I think I forgot to mention that. And that's how it all equals up to 800k. So let's move on to the next subject, and I've already talked to some of you about this, but we can kind of go into a little bit more detail with substitutions. So everybody, when you make your team, if you can't find a position that's 80 plus for your team that's from past or present, you can sub from another position on your team or sub from another team. If you can't find somebody, like say if you're trying to fill a left guard and you got a right guard or a right tackle that you can sub to for that position that's 80 plus, you can go ahead and do that. If not, go ahead and grab sub from another team. And substitution rules break down like this. The first sub that you use is a 91 to 93, and the second sub's 89 to 90. Third sub is an 87 to 88. And it breaks down like that. It keeps on going. The more subs you use, they always go down 2 overall. So the less subs, the better. That way you're keeping it authentic with your franchise theme, and also so you don't stack your team with too many of the lower overall players. And of course, I mentioned this to a lot of you too, you can use your own kicker and punter from your MUT team with no team affiliation required. So let's move on to backups. We haven't really talked about this before. If you have team affiliated backups, there's no overall requirements. So that's pretty good for some of you out there. Like say you have a really good wide receiver core for that team. Certain teams are going to be stacked with the wide receivers. Or tight ends. Certain teams got to have really good tight ends. Or cornerbacks. Certain teams, just got great backups. But if you have non-team affiliated backups, all non-team affiliated backups have to be 88 or under. So, and the other thing about backups is you cannot sub them to start. And the reason for that is we're keeping it team affiliated, and also because, you know, you might have like an 80 overall in a certain position, and then you're like, oh, but my backup's an 88, so I would just sub him in to start. We're not going to do that. You just keep it like, if you have a backup, he's going to be in that position for the game. And the required backups are similar to salary cap. If some of you played salary cap, obviously you're going to want to have one wide receiver at least, one halfback, 2 tight ends, that's normal, 1 guard at least, 1 tackle, 1 center, 1 defensive end, 1 defensive tackle, 1 cornerback, 1 safety, and 1 outside linebacker. Obviously, you're going to want to have middle linebacker too. That's required regardless. And, alright, so that's it for backups. And we're going to move on to the next subject, which is fun. Because that's what we're here for, baby. Let's have some fun. Alright. The main concern for most people, and the reason a lot of people are quitting playing Weekend League, is because of the one play spamming, and, you know, like halfback wham, halfback stretch, you know, cover 4 drop show 2, just like the kind of things that you see in Weekend League that are just so repetitive, they make you frustrated. Sure, there's ways to defeat it, but it's just not very fun to play that way. So, while there's not a rule against calling plays frequently, we just don't want to one play spam it all game long, because that's not fun. That's not fun for anybody, and I can't really see how it's fun for the player that's doing it or the player that's playing against it. So if you can avoid it, do so. Obviously there's going to be certain situations where you're going to be like, I need to use this play in order to get past this certain thing, you know, and you might have to call that play more than once, more than twice, and that's okay, because like I said, there's not going to be a rule against it, but you're not going to want to do it all the time, because like I said, this is going to be a fun thing for everybody. So we're trying to win creatively and not play like Weekend League, so do what you got to do, but within reason, you know. And obviously on defense, there's going to be a lot more people that are going to be doing certain types of play calls more often than offense. Like, you're going to be seeing people that are going to be doing, you know, cover 2, you know, or cover 4, certain types of zones. You're going to see that frequently, because that's what defense is. It's all based off of certain things. So you're going to see that a lot more, but, you know, the thing is with defense is if you end up running the same defense over and over and over again, you kind of open yourself up to see the same plays over and over again. So just beware of that. If you're going to show Tampa 2 over and over again, you're probably going to start seeing the same type of play calls. So if you want to have fun, switch up your defense so that way your opponent doesn't have to start calling the same plays over and over again to defeat your defense. So that kind of sums up play calling for making it fun for everybody. So no one play spamming, please. We don't want to make it a rule. Just within reason. Do what you got to do. I mean, I like to use wham. I like to use stretch plays, but I don't call them all the time. Because, I mean, personally, I like to switch my stuff up. I like to play in a way that's hard to predict. And I'm sure a lot of people here are kind of like tired of Weekend League because of that type of stuff. So, anyways, let's move on. The last subject on fun is obviously a lot of us here follow each other. So if we can kind of keep trash talk to like civil and not get personal, you know, that's going to be best. You know, that way we all can play with each other, and, you know, we can have a little fun poking fun at each other, but not be like, oh, this person's a piece of shit, and, you know, this person did that, well, let's kick them out of the league. We don't really want to get like that, you know. That's not fun. So, you know, trash talk allowed, but at the same time, let's not get crazy with it. Let's not do something stupid and then have to be like, oh, let's kick that person out of the league. Let's just be smart. I don't think I really need to say too much more than that. So, I'm sure there's probably some stuff I missed here, but we can kind of go over it as it comes up. And we're not quite there yet. We got like 5 more teams to get this league going. So I just want to make this video to give you guys a better idea of what we're going to be doing with the league. And you guys got some ideas, let me know. And I'm glad to have you guys on board. Let's do this.